Hello and welcome to the Urban Madness Workshop. Today we're going to adjust the brakes on the Verona 150 scooter by Eaglecraft. One thing I've noticed is I did pick this thing up used, so there's adjustments and things that need to be done. I'm also using it to commute back and forth to work. To give you an idea of what the savings is like, I run 15 miles each way, and I'm spending about $12 a week in fuel. So it's huge, because in the trucks I was spending about 50 to 60 bucks a week. So that is absolutely huge. I'm not getting the best gas mileage that these are known to get, but a lot of that has to do with I'm running it pretty wide open. Not completely wide open, but I am definitely running it a little bit harder than a lot of people do because of the roads I'm on. Around town, I think this thing would do a lot better because you're not running it as flat out. You know, I'm not completely flat out, but I do run it up quite a ways. I probably run most of the way into work at about 45, 50 miles an hour. And it hauls my fat ass around pretty well, so I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's just a little 150. But another thing that you need to know about scooters is they're not like cars. You don't just get in it and drive it all the time. You have to maintain them. A good example of that's the brakes. This particular scooter has hydraulic disc brakes on the front. Here's the master cylinder here. Here's the disc, and then the calipers back here. This one's got a single disc. The rear is a cable actuated drum brake, and my rear drum brake needs to be adjusted. The bike's got a little over 3,000 miles on it, and you know, it just needs to be adjusted. If you look here, it's just not quite enough there. It stops the bike okay, but like if you put this clip on like that to hold the brake, brakes aren't on at all. It will roll real easy. I can grab that wheel and just spin it like the brakes aren't on at all. So I need to adjust them, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. Okay, the first thing you do anytime you work on a bike such as this is you put it on the center stand. That's the big stand. You don't mess with the side stand because the bike can fall, and you don't want it to fall on you or fall on its side and hurt it. So always set it on the center stand. If you look over here, you have this air box. I believe that's the air box. And this arm right here. This arm here is what actually actuates your drum brake. If you look, kind of hard to see. If you look right there, that is the adjustment nut. It's just a simple nut on the end of the cable. And the way you adjust it is you take a 15mm ratchet and you turn it clockwise. You don't want to do much, just a little bit at a time. Here's an example. Right now I've got that clamp on the brake, so the brake should be on. Yet I can, oh wow, I guess it is pretty well adjusted. I can turn the wheel back here. I shouldn't be able to turn. See if I can get this flashlight to sit somewhere here. I shouldn't be able to turn this wheel with my hand. It should be tight. So we're gonna give it probably about a quarter turn and see if that makes a difference. Right there. Quarter turn. And now they're set, and I can't move it by hand. So let's go back up top and see how it looks on the handle.
Okay, we're going to release this. We got a lot more handle before it stops. And we're going to do a final test down below. Make sure that it's not dragging. Okay, now we're down here again. Brake's not dragging, so we're good. Again, this is something that differs from a car, because even a car with drum brakes, they have self-adjusters. On a bike, they don't. It's one of the reasons why they went to disc brakes a lot of times on the rear, because disc brakes self-adjust. You don't need a bunch of adjusting mechanisms to keep them adjusted.